Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a variant. This is, I guess it's on this side, Bananas Foster Stout from Bourbon County. So, from Goose Island, sorry, Bourbon County variant. This, I believe, was the 2017 Proprietors vintage. So, Proprietors is sort of like Chicago only special variant they do, and they've done it before. They never used bananas before, but now we're 6 years in. So, I actually never had the original. I assume they know how to use your product better now, so really excited to try this out. It has bananas, almonds, cassia bark, and natural flavors. Okay, so they're natural flavors means there's some kind of like a flavoring ingredients. And knowing Goose Island, they usually do a pretty good job. Some breweries just only use natural flavors and it tastes very artificial. But with a complex beer with actual ingredients, it can actually accentuate flavors. It's sort of like MSG. There's nothing actually wrong with MSG. It's a really beautiful flavor enhancer. It actually naturally exists in actual natural foods. But if you want your food to get a little bit more savory, a little bit more umami, then MSG's there. So beer is obviously completely pitch black. I can smell it, right? Jeez. Looks just like Bourbon County. What, you guys call, what else can you say about it, right? Yeah. I have it around fridge temp. Yeah, probably not ideal. I probably should have had it. Actually, I made a mistake. I should have had it in my beer fridge, which is like around 40 something. That food fridge is definitely under 40, so unfortunate. But got my warm hands going. So, okay, there you go. So, definitely a very fruity version of Bourbon County. I definitely get like some dark cherries, goji berry, dried dates, figs, but then like there's like a fruitiness of the sweet banana that like I think accentuates the dark fruit flavor here. Yeah. Laden with mostly just Bourbon County, right? We're talking bourbon, chocolate, espresso, brownie batter, vanilla, charred oak. Ooh, yeah. Almost like some blueberry in here as well. It's quite fruit forward, and I'm really thinking more about like berries and the berry notes of this beer versus the banana. It has cassia bark, which is really just cinnamon. Or has a cinnamon flavor to it. It's not actually cinnamon. I think Ceylon cinnamon, but cassia bark is I believe one of the cinnamons you actually buy. Yes, they just call it cinnamon. So I don't get too much of that. I definitely get a nutty almond flavor, but that's also in the base beer. Pretty nice. I like it. And then there's just like pureed, caramelized banana flavor in here that comes up as well. I don't know how they treated bananas, but it smells like it's caramelized, so we'll see. A little chill. Ooh, okay. Okay. So I didn't really quite smell it, but this is a very cinnamon forward beer. Wow. Right up front, very cinnamony. And I'm thinking cinnamons. Cinnamon, you can get all these kind of different flavors. Cinnamon is associated with like obviously bananas Foster. You can do apple pie, Christmas spice, pumpkin beer, pumpkin pie. Here, I'm getting Cinnabon. Yeah, Cinnabon. There's something about the combination of the sweet base beer, the vanilla, all that like sticky sweetness, and the desserty flavors in here that really push me towards Cinnabons. Yeah, sticky, sugary, cinnamony Cinnabons. Okay. Get a little bit of nutty almond in here as well. The beer's decently booze forward. I mean, obviously it's a 14%. Or this one comes in at 13.9, so I imagine the adjuncts and all that stuff slightly tamper down the ABV. Okay, so I'm gonna have to look for it, but I will say, if you're worried about flavored, well, if you don't like cinnamon, you're not gonna like this. But in general, it is a pretty tame variant of Bourbon County. Sometimes the adjuncts can be very forward, and the flavoring can be very aggressive. Here it's very cinnamony, but a lot of base beer. And then now I'm going to try to. So, like, those are the big picture things. And then now I'm trying to pick through the other flavors that are in here in this beer. Cinnamon, caramelized banana, booze, brownie batter, dark chocolate, espresso beans, chocolate covered espresso beans, more of that dark fruit, excuse me, dried plums, dried dates, figs, raisin. I imagine they had to have caramelized the beer because caramelized not the beer, but the bananas, because there's an extra bump of sweetness. It is not raw banana. It seems like it's very sugary, caramelized banana flavor, and helps, or not helps, but like it actually adds like a layer of sweetness to the beer. So if you like sweet beers, this one is going to be even sweeter than general Bourbon County. Rich, thick mouthfeel, completely enveloping, medium minus mouth carbonation. Yeah, this is really nice. It is a pretty like nuanced variant. I like that you can sort of drink it as Bourbon County and not think about it. But if you want to think about it, you can definitely find the extra ingredients here, which is very fun. This can be overly banana forward and taste like a freaking. Thankfully, it doesn't taste like banana runs an artificial banana, but it could also taste like a banana split or something. But instead, it's leaning on dessert flavors. So it's really not. I mean, a banana foster dessert would definitely be more banana forward, and it also could be too cinnamon forward and dominate the beer. But here, yeah, I personally think it. Okay. I personally think it might detract a little bit from the base, but it is really nice. It just has this really tight package of like caramelized banana, almonds, and a little bit of cinnamon. And it's just a beautiful layer, right? It's one of those things where, like, again, you can enjoy the beer by itself or just have that little layer of flavor. Like, if this is the whole beer, just that layer of flavor on top of it, it sort of just hits at, certain moments. And it just grazes past the base beer. And so you can think about it and get really more fun flavors off the beer, or not, and just enjoy the beer for what it is. I personally, if I had to do a variant, because then again, you're paying 1.5 to 2x, or 1.5 times to 2 times the cost of Bourbon County. I personally would prefer, I like the nuance, but I'd want more. Just a little, like, just tweak it. I would argue that the variantness, if 10 is an overpowering variant and 1 is a unnoticeable unnoticeable one, this sits at, I guess a perfect balance would be 5, right? If it's unnoticeable and 10 would be too much, 5 would be perfect. And this sits at like a 3.5, maybe, or maybe a 4. If you're gonna pay 1.5 to 2 times, like I think a base I call it cost me like 14, 12, 13, 14. This cost me like 25. So it's almost, actually, sorry, let's go 2 times. If I'm gonna pay 2 times for a variant, I want the ingredients to smack and show and slap and really tell me they're there. And it's hard to find these ingredients. I love me some nuance. And you price it exactly the same at 14 or 13, I'm cool with it. I pay the same. I don't care. It tastes like the base beer. But it is lacking. So I'm actually going to push it down to maybe like a 3 out of 10. Well, I guess perfect would be 5. So 3 out of 5. 10 is too much. So it's just a little too low. I want 2 points more. Yeah, there you go. Until next time, this beer for me gets a solid. It's still delicious. It freaking tastes like Bourbon County. For execution, it actually doesn't get much points. So it's still a delicious beer. It's still Bourbon County. I'm 98. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've had this variant. Later.